Most people don't do this, and it's killing their Spanish progress. If you struggle to remember words, this is the reason why. It's repetition. And I know that's anticlimactic, but this is extremely important. Humans learn by repetition, by definition, okay? You learn by doing something over and over again. And the reason why is because when you do something, your brain comes to a conclusion. And then when you do something again, your brain comes to another conclusion. And so what happens is each conclusion that you get, if they're similar, then this similarity means that you will be able to guess the next thing. Basically meaning you're going to discover a pattern, right? Now the problem is you can't ever practice that pattern or understand the concept if you haven't repeated enough examples of it, okay? That being said, fully relying on repetition is not the way to go either, okay? Let's talk about how this looks in terms of learning words. So the question is, how do we improve the skills of speaking and understanding spoken Spanish, referring to real Spanish? And the answer to that question is super simple. By speaking and understanding spoken Spanish. And so in relation to understanding spoken Spanish, we would listen to spoken Spanish, and we're listening to natives in this case because we're trying to understand real Spanish. We would understand it, of course. And here's the main important part. We gotta repeat it, okay? Now, here's the important nuance with repetition. Short bursts of studying where it's inconsistent is way less advantageous than consistent studying. 2 examples of 8 Spanish study sessions. Okay, but what you notice is these 8 are concentrated into one period of time and then a massive break and then started a little again. Whereas this one is consistent with longer breaks in between compared to this period. But this person will remember the words better. And this kind of relates to how we learn our own native language. Because in English, you're not spending one sort of period of time on learning like the word for roller coaster or the word discrepancy, right? Instead, what's happening is you're slowly hearing words in English throughout your life. And what's happening is because you consistently hear the same words over and over again being used, it becomes impossible to forget them because they're so integrated into your life. And so this might make sense. And you might think that like, oh, why didn't I just mention this part first? The reason is because this, like consistent studying, doesn't matter if your studying is shit. Because if you're studying words that aren't useful, it doesn't matter if you forget them or not. If you like this type of content and you want to see more, then check out my YouTube channel.